So hello there, for anyone watching. This is just a quick tour of what has been created thus far in our community Minecraft server. This started out as me doing like a recap stream to basically lower myself gently back into Minecraft, having not played it since possibly 2012, 2013. I think there was a little bit of a demand and joy that came with it, that people wanted me to open up the server, so we've now got an 8-player server that is sporadically hosted and people can join. This is one of the creations that we have had. It is called the Church of Memes. That is not the Church of Memes, that is the Church of Memes, which all came about through a spelling mistake. This was built by our very own Stream Sneepzors, now known as Tegel Soldat. I believe it is a work in progress, well and truly, but it has the basics here. There's also a chest where you can donate to the poor. You can see that people here are just oh so generous. In fact, I'm going to take that because I can make use out of it. Out here, you can see the sort of parameters of the world. This is relatively uncharted territory here. We know there is a sort of treasure chest out there that we managed to find at great length. Out here, we have a sort of swamp biome, and through there we have what's called Rhino Peak, which is one of the distinctive geographical locations that lost travellers can use. Down here you have a general overview of the town thus far. The town is completely engulfed by like a cobblestone wall, maybe more of a dike, essentially just to keep mobs from coming in, causing any problems. There's a very rough staircase here. So you can see the wall goes through there. This tower's just there to continue on upward. We have here, this is meant to be what we're calling, I think it's the mayor's house. The mayor does not in fact live here. That's Valensky's tower there. He calls himself the mayor. This building you can see directly in front, I believe this is meant to be some sort of campsite. I am definitely calling it a beacon in tribute to Lord of the Rings. Definitely right. Down here, you can see a gatehouse. Just a quick gatehouse that I basically dreamt it up, put it down there. The idea was to stop people from constantly just building blocks and jumping the wall. So there are now 3 official gatehouses. I believe people are working on more. They will eventually be coming into play. Over here, we have the town hall. So I believe this is meant to be some sort of sigil for the town. I mean, that's beyond my knowledge up there. I don't know how to make those. So you've got the town hall, current mayor, Valensky, H.G. Hindenburg. I mean, nothing quite says America like a very German sounding name. So in here you have the town hall. We did have our cow Maurice, which was trapped out here. Honestly not sure what's happened to him, but we'll continue onward. So yeah, we tend to try and have a meeting once a stream about any works that are going on or plans. This is our tribute. This was provided to us by N. Broadsword, another gentleman that plays with us on occasion. He provided the emerald block. I'm not sure if the armour, but this is a monument to him and stands as a testitude to the friendship between our towns. Over here, these are general goings-ons. People can whack stuff up here. But yeah, just the idea is that we're going to map the town and have people's plots located. So if anyone finishes, they let people know. I think you can post random goings-on here. Just general signs that let people know what's what. As you can see, this was meant to be called the Church of Memes. I misspelled it as the Church, and it's just kind of stuck. Over here, we have these banners which commemorate the defeats that we have inflicted upon the Illagers/Pillagers. Each one of these is a party we have defeated. And then up here we have a hellish looking bell tower which can be rung to call meetings. Here we have what's called Wallace's Throat. Still not sure on that name, but hey ho. This is the second of the gatehouses. It's basically just to try and stop mobs getting in and give people an easy way in and out. You can see someone's obviously growing some wonderful sugarcane here to further their education. Obviously an intellectual. But yeah, that direction there is not many villages, but there's a lot of different biomes. Again, still not been mapped that well. In here we have the community farm. As you can see, we are growing a variety of wheat, beetroot, watermelon, and I believe there are some carrots in there. There are some carrots somewhere. We also have these wonderful free-range animal pens where the animals are kept incredibly well. They're allowed to exercise and eat almost at will whenever they want. You can see how happy they all are. really enjoying themselves. Then we've got our gatehouse previously referred to. You can see it's nothing special, it's just to try and control the flow of traffic. This is General Peartree's house. Peartree, as he's known to all the boys. This house is very impressive due to the sole reason that he built all of this using the mobile app. So we are playing on the Microsoft version, which I believe if you have the mobile app, you have an Xbox or a PC version, you can all play together. So this full house was built using the mobile app, which I believe dictates a salute on its own. I'm not going to go into people's houses, but you can see there's sort of rough idea of it. Over here, we have the three towers, as they were called. The first of these that you encounter is Zelensky's tower, which I believe he is still residing within. I have constantly said to him that it looks sort of Shogun-esque, but he apparently does not see it. But I mean, I'm sure anyone here who's played Shogun Total War is going to relate to what I'm saying, and the fact that this definitely, undoubtedly, looks like a Shogun tower. You've then got Casper's domain here. So this was Casp, our boy Casp, this was his tower. And my humble abode was built into the rock face there. You can only roughly make it out. That's where I was originally living and just generally enjoying myself, projecting my best life. On top of the hill, you have Blind's home. You can see his trusty steed kept out the front. There's someone running off to the... Might need some F's in chat for that that individual. I believe they may have just may have just fell to their death. Not sure who that was, but certainly adding to the overall content of this video. So yeah, this is Blind's house. It's certainly got a unique look to it. That is that's for definites. I would suggest that it's got a very Indiana Jones looking feel to it. But yeah, we'll progress down. We'll head round the far side of the town. So as I said to you guys, the wall does engulf the entire town. You can see it goes around there and it sort of leads into this. This area here was just sort of a gentle wall off with a sort of walkway where we started off. So through here, leading on, we have a stable. Very unique look to it. And we've got all the boys in here. So I believe people are locating their horses in here. We have Zelensky's He Who Runs with the Bears. My horse is called Troleos in tribute to one of my Total War campaign generals. And here we have Casper's Blixton. But yeah, this is our stable. This area here, yep, someone has definitely died here. I'm still not sure who that was. Oh, here they come. Still honestly have no idea who that is without the name. The plan is to eventually build a Colosseum. Someone there also. The plan is to eventually build a Colosseum here, and people can duke out any issues they have with one another. Fight to the death, such like things. So as you can see, the wall continues around here to this point. There's some lit up grounds around there, just for a general line of sight. We bring ourselves around here. Welcome to the reject side of town. Such a warm, welcoming sign. This was added by someone who we have been unable to identify. Hey you! Don't take the good things in life for granite. And that is in fact a granite wall. No one knows who built it, it just appeared overnight. I'm sure we all have our suspects out there. This brings me around here. This is Stream Sneep George, aka Tegel Soldat. This is his gaff. Very greenhouse-esque. I'll go up a little bit higher so we can get the full sight in it. So you can see it's certainly a warm house. It traps in the heat. Again, I'm not going to go in it and venture around too much, but you can get the gist. It's carpeted. It's got some luxury to it. Over here, we have my boy Letherington, or Leth, as he's called, aka Ohio Leth. This is his house. Possibly one, in fact, definitely one of my favourite builds here, just for originality. It's got a very large feel to it. There's some stone incorporated and he's got a lovely chimney there. Very different and sort of set the benchmark in terms of standards for buildings around here. If we go further around this way, This is my humble abode, which is still a somewhat work in progress. There's my boy Trollios. What a lad he is, look at him. Round here, you obviously Dolfski's domain. It's definitely a work in progress. I'm just starting to put rooms in. We've got our chimney there puffing out some smoke. It's wonderful. Now this is undoubtedly, in my opinion, one of the most impressive overall builds in this entire server, and possibly I have seen in Minecraft, full stop. I believe that may be the owner there. I think it is, but I'm honestly not sure. I'm not sure who that is. But this is Casp's domain. Not sure what that button's for. I really shouldn't, but I really want to hit it. I don't think it does anything. So we'll go inside. You can see it's got a very earthly look. It certainly fits in with nature, which I believe is the look he was in fact going for. Casp also built this stable here, which is actually pretty genius. It's pretty easy to get your horse in. You just open the gate, open the roof, close it once they're in, and they can't go out. Genius. So we'll go into his humble abode. Now, you're probably thinking, why are you showing me Cass' house and no one else's? Well, I'm not going to show you around this. We're just going to go out the back into what I can only describe as one of the most creative things I have ever seen in Minecraft. It's like a Japanese Zen garden or some sort of just nature reserve. You've got a whole variety of plants here, which seem to be in no selective order, which I think adds to the overall look. He's got a massive whacking tree here. Some lovely little cobble steps. You go up, and then the creme de la creme water feature, which has lamps underneath, lighting it up at night. I mean, just look at this. If I go back here, right, just look at this, okay? Look at that. Would you look at that? Genuine, like, this is creativity personified right here. And then, if we go out here, we have recent addition. Anyway, if we go over here, we have a recent addition. This tower was built by our boy Leth. He also constructed the bridge down there. So if we take a quick look, obviously automated doors. We're going up here. We'll get the overall view. We'll take this in. So this was built by him. You can see the wall, as always, continues along both sides. I've incorporated my gaff, which is a Scottish word for house, into the property. And it follows round with another tower, bringing the wall up to standard height, if you could call it that. You can see we've got a little bridge there, and that goes over to Letherington Mining Incorporated, which is held within there. A minecart system mine. A massive strip mine. Really good for the environment. Over here, we have the beginnings of a house. This is Stupak's domain. And then in there, that little one there, that's another one of our players called G. That's his bedroom. If we follow the wall along, we're going to come to one of my favourite sections of the wall up here. This area has been dubbed Scottish or Scotland Yard. The reason being is that there is part of the walls. It's another watchtower, and it is inhabited by our player Scottish, or Scottish born, or St Andrew, depending on which day of the week it is. You can see down here there's not much outside the walls. We've kind of flattened the ground a bit and we've made it difficult for things to get in and out. This is something we probably need to look at here. Going round, this has been called the Botanic Gardens. We have pretty much every type of tree in Minecraft within this vicinity. And the idea is that if you need wood, you can grab it no matter what the kind, depending on what you're doing, as long as you replant it. Over here, we have Scottish's Yard, as it is known. I probably put more love and joy into building this than I did my own house. So this is Scottish's domain. What I like is you've got a clear line of sight, and before he put his bed here, you could literally go right up there and you had a line of sight at the door. And you've got a clear line of sight out there. Now anything that climbs up this cannot get in because it's only a 1.5 block entrance. Ideal. You go upstairs, there is always snow here. And then you can see the watchtower has a fantastic overall view. Now, to the distance that way, we have the Dwarven Kingdom, which name escapes me, but is actually written further along the wall. That is the home of NB Broadsword. He's probably one of our more veteran players who certainly knows his way about a Minecraft server. Now you can see just how much the Church of Memes dominates the horizon here. It's actually visible from this far away. Now if we go down here, we head out this direction. You have some of these wonderful berries, which name escapes me, which slow you down and just generally annoy you. Probably why they're around his house. So you can see the wall continues the length here. It is unlit and very dark beyond this point, but no one inhabits this side of the town. So the forests of Scotland are out here, which again is Scottish-born's domain, I would say. And then here we have NB's assigned name that he chose, Cal Sharrock. Now I might do an MTV Cribs style episode where we can interview each person and they can tell me a bit about their town, but that's for next time. Now I'm going to go through to the dark side of the town. I'm going to take a shortcut because I know pretty much nothing's up there bar the wall. Now this side's probably got the most room to expand if we have to make more room for new inhabitants. Over here we have the dock, it's called. This side is often referred to as dockside. So we have here a building and then the rough beginnings of a dock. Oh, there's someone there. I don't know if that's our mystery jumper. It's unclear at this point. He's jumping to say hello. So this is the beginnings of the dock. As you can see, I believe we're going to keep boats here. This is probably the largest body of water that surrounds the town. And as you can see, it leads out pretty far. Around the corner there, you can see the lights. That is the three towers, as it's called. That is the area there. Now, over there, you can see some lights down at just water level. That is Cass Crevasse, as it's been called. It's essentially a randomly spawned crevasse that Casp is turning into like an underground haven. Not sure what to make of it or what it really is, but that's what he's doing. And I salute his work there. You can see we have an almost interior wall here with someone unsuccessfully creeping there. There's also an exterior wall here that goes beyond the dock. And then down here, we have Emotech's house or domain. I believe he has titled himself Customs Office and Dockmaster. Now, I'm going to show you this one, just briefly. It's a lovely little homely industrial unit. And if you go downstairs, there's a sort of meeting room. Stone seats, very uncomfortable. You probably don't want to sit here for too long, or you will get hemorrhoids and piles. Now, if we go back out, that's pretty much the rough rundown of the town for now. I'm going to go up to the top of that. This is new. I do not know what this is. Okay. I'm guessing that may be the beginnings of the stocks. So if we go up here, this will be one of the highest points in the centre of the town. You can see the Church of Memes dominating as always. Now, I just want it to be declared that the Church of Memes is in no way religious. The only way it's religious is in the... Oh no, this is dangerous. The only way it's religious is in our worship of the memes, which is the only thing everyone should worship. So yeah, I'll go for a nice little 360 here. This is the general goings on and what you can see in the town. Now, just to remind people, this has only been essentially 4 or 5 streams over the space of the last 3 weeks. And I've hosted it a number of times offline, and this is just people's building work. There has been no creative mode input here. This has all been done by hand, manually, in survival mode. I'm honestly not too sure how far this is going to go in terms of volume of residents, but it's certainly moving in the right direction. And every week we're getting more and more players. I think the cows and sheep might be interbreeding. It's not something we could rule out at this point. And if there's something that can provide us with steak and a nice woolen jacket, who am I to knock that? But yeah, this is the general overview of the town for the time being. I'm going to try and do one of these perhaps in a month's time, maybe 2 months' time. We'll see how much it's changed. And all I'd like to say is thanks for joining you. My channel and whatnot will be down in the description. Feel free to check it out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.